Good morning, boys. Today, I wanted to talk about the fact that thinking about doing the work isn't doing the work. Telling your friend how excited you are to do the work isn't doing the work. Being sad and disappointed and regretful that you didn't do the work isn't doing the work. The only thing that counts is sitting your ass down and doing what's boring. And this is something everybody needs to hear. Everybody gets these urges where they're working on something or they're supposed to do something and they do something else that is related. So they feel productive and they feel like they haven't wasted their time. But at the end of the day, they get nowhere. My goal as a YouTuber, as a content creator, or whatever you want to call it, I don't like these terms because they sound cliche, is articulating my thoughts and making you guys learn from the journey that I'm on, from the mistakes that I make, and preaching the discipline that I commit myself to. Now, my job isn't to watch Alex Hormozi's video and analyze his pages 5 hours a day. My job isn't to watch Hamza the whole time, take notes, and post no videos in a month, 2 months, 3 months. My job is simply sitting down, waking up at 4 a.m. every day, being present, being productive, consistent, and telling you guys everything that I learned from it. That sucks. That's the most boring thing. I like watching Hamza. I like watching Hermosa. I like watching self-improvement YouTubers. Does that help? Sure. Whatever you want to call it. Does that help grow my YouTube page? And does it actually help my business? No, it doesn't. Because that's not what I'm supposed to do. The work that you have to do is most of the time, this is the work that sucks the most. It's bad to say. If you're new to self-improvement, you will know this. And this reflects on all matrices of life. Whether you have homework to do. We all know that one day we had homework or we had to study for a test, but we chose to read this book instead, making ourselves feel good by thinking, I need to read this book. This is good for me anyway. I'm not wasting my time at all. But you were, because that's not your priority. That's not a necessity of your life. That's why you don't grow. That's why you don't end up growing. That's why you think you're studying so much, but you don't get anywhere. Because the time you spend studying is not the time you allocate to the things that you actually have to do. A client of mine, I'm helping him grow on YouTube by articulating his thoughts and being on the journey that I'm on as well regarding discipline and self-improvement. And he hadn't uploaded a video in 2-3 weeks, which is something common. If you guys go on my channel, you'll see there were times where I didn't upload for a month as well. But I called him out, I asked him, what are you doing? And he said he's been researching, just watching Hormozi videos or whatever, taking notes. And I told him, brother, I understand that you think you're gaining a new perspective and it feels so good and you feel like you're reaching new levels compared to posting actual work, which feels boring and you feel more humiliated. But this is not what it's about. You have made no progress whether you want it or not. Most people take the quote by Abraham Lincoln that goes, if I had 6 hours to sharpen my axe, I would spend the first 4. If I had 6 hours to cut down a tree, I would spend the first 4 sharpening my axe. And people think, instead of doing the work, I would rather work on my mindset, because I'm talking, this is how I used to think up until like a year ago or 2 years ago. People think sharpening your axe is doing this sideline productive thing. They think sharpening your axe is doing something that makes you feel good, so you feel prepared. No, sharpening your axe isn't doing something for 3 weeks and not getting along. Sharpening your axe means preparing. You're not preparing for anything by spending 3 weeks looking at videos while your discipline has gone down because you don't do anything. All you do is wake up, maybe watch a couple videos and sleep. You've downgraded, brother, from the way you were before you started researching. You've let your mind accept the fact that you are someone who's fine with not working, who's fine with, you know, let's just have a calm day today. The fact that you have a calm day once, the fact that you have to take a rest day isn't bad for your physique necessarily. It might even be good. I train 7 times a week. I'm not here to preach the way you should work out. I'm not a fitness YouTuber. But here's the thing. I don't take any rest days, or I try not to. Of course, there's times where we all fall into despair and just break our cycle of discipline. But the fact that most people, whenever they take a break, whenever they take a rest day or whatever, this is like telling your mind, I am okay with not working for today. I am okay with skipping. And it might not feel like it. You might feel like, damn, I really need to do this. I'm really happy because I actually need this rest day. But your subconscious exactly knows. The lies you tell yourself, they don't get passed through your subconscious. You understand exactly what type of person you are. And all these people that go, you have to change your brain chemistry by lying to yourself and manifesting this, and this manifestation might be real. I'm not judging that. But by lying to yourself and acting like a coward, but trying to convince yourself that you're not one, is not going to work. In this self-improvement journey, it's not. The reason most of the people do this productive work that seems like they're progressing, but if they look back in 2-3 months, 6 months, 8 months, and they look and they think, damn, I haven't gotten far at all. Nothing grew. It felt good. It felt like I'm being productive, but nothing grew. The reason is because they're not honest to themselves enough to admit, they're not ready to have this conversation with themselves where they just simply journal down, just take a piece of paper and they write down if they actually need to do whatever that is, if they're actually growing, what they're doing and why they're doing it. There's two types. One type, they're not honest to themselves enough. And the second type, they're not present enough to even think about the fact that they might be on the wrong track. Brother, if your mind is so filled and infiltrated with things like social media, and everybody's minds is in this generation. If you have Instagram, whatever, TikTok, then it will be the case. Even I catch myself on certain days where I'm productive. I work 4 or 5 hours, take a break, and then I scroll on social media for 30 minutes. It doesn't happen on the days where I'm disciplined, but I catch myself doing that. That's why you have to cut every connection that you have that might bring you down. All those people that go, I don't want to delete social media. I want to be the type of person who has it, but holds himself enough accountable not to do that. That's great. But that's like me saying, I don't want to climb a mountain, but I want to be on top of it. You have to take things step by step. Maybe delete social media first, so you break down your addiction, and then you can maybe re-download it again and not look at it. That's fine. Nobody wants to do the work that's annoying. Nobody wants to do the work that seems progressive, but is humiliating. But this is where the work is at. The big guy at the gym who's lifting 35, 40, 45 kg dumbbells, he was once lifting the 10 kgs that you're lifting now, or that I'm lifting now, for example. You know what he didn't have? He didn't have an ego saying, I don't want to lift small. I don't want to do this. I don't want to wake up early. No matter when I wake up, I have the same amount of hours throughout the day. If you think that, you don't get the point, brother. The point of waking up early, the reason I wake up at 4:25 every day or most days and take a cold shower is not because it's optimal. It's not because I'm the most awake. It's not because I'm a morning person. It's because when I do that, I tell myself, or I'm becoming the person who's able to basically go through hell in the morning and still perform. That keeps me sharp. Is it optimal? No. What would be optimal? I don't know. Maybe waking up at 8, being calm, being living like the average person, and eating breakfast right after. No, I fast until it's probably 12 p.m. the same day. No, but that's so unhealthy. That's so unhealthy. No, it's fucking not. How is it unhealthy if I don't have brain fog of the cereal I ate today? You don't have to do the hard work. I made a video on this, but you don't have to. You don't need a reason to do hard work. The reason in itself is within the hard work. You don't have to think, dude, well, I don't want to take a cold shower because I don't know the benefits enough. The fact that you can't do it because your discipline isn't enough is a benefit on its own. It's like these people that are talking about, dude, I don't want to work. I don't know why I should spend my time making money. Brother, and by the way, I'm not commenting, as you guys know from all my videos, for those of you who watch. Before somebody comments, dude, why do you act like you're rich? Why do you act? I'm not fucking act like I'm rich, but I'm not acting like a dumbass, lying to himself about being rich either. I don't preach being rich or how to get rich, but I preach the mentality that will guide you on your way of achieving anything that you want. Productive procrastination. This was the topic of the video. And many times, depending on how hard your work is, you will even feel like it's gonna trap you into thinking that you're actually working and doing something well. Even when when what you're doing is hard and there's something harder to do, you're still gonna feel like, damn, I'm achieving something, and you probably are. Don't get me wrong. It's like if my goal is in a straight line and I kind of go sideways, it's not that I'm making progress, but I'm being inefficient and I'm not making progress towards what I want. It's hard. Everybody knows it's hard. Do the work so you become the person who can do the work. You will never ever be disciplined or achieve anything if you can't do anything hard. Does that make sense? So when you break it down like this, and you still come up with this excuse of, I don't have a reason to wake up early, I have the same 15 hours throughout the day. Of course, a lazy fat person also has the same 15 hours a day that I do. So what? What does that say? Nothing. I want to be, in order to be the person who's financially free and who's spiritually free of any barriers such as social media, I want to become the person, I need to become the person who's ready to conquer it and get after whatever is hard. Do I have to take cold showers and wake up early to be rich? No. Do I have to do that to become a fitness influencer? No. Does that help? Hell yes. Is it directly beneficial? No. But it helps my mentality, brother. Most people are so focused on what's tangible that they simply ignore the intangible. The intangible leads to the tangible. If I give you the mind that can do anything you want, anything, that's not really related to fitness, right? But well, it is, because the mind, that is the same mind you use to make money, to go to the gym, to do this. So why are people not honest to themselves enough to think, damn, investing in this is actually beneficial. Me doing the hard work, me doing what sucks is actually beneficial, although it's not in a name. That's what I wanted to talk about today with you guys. Because I see so many people, especially those newbies to self-improvement, and I have nothing against them, because everybody, whether they're good or bad at discipline, whether they've mastered themselves or not, has been in that position. Don't lie to yourself, and be honest enough to admit that you're either slacking off, being a coward, or maybe you are on the right track. But being present never hurts anybody ever. especially in discipline. Take care, boys. I'm here too. I'm trying to post more frequently. Usually it's once a week. But my goal is posting every 3 days, 4 days. I never post when I don't have the mindset needed for it. Yesterday I wanted to record a video, but I didn't wake up at 4 a.m. And my frequency was off. I felt myself recording, but it felt like I was lying to you guys. It felt like I'm kind of betraying you, because it's like somebody who's fat teaching about training, or somebody who's broke teaching about how to make money to someone who's curious. It's a scam. So whenever you guys see me post, you should know that I'm on track, that I'm disciplined enough, and that I'm mastering myself, that I'm on the way there. Thank you for watching. For those of you who don't have brain fog, for those of you who are managed to come this far, I'll see you in another video, boys. Stay disciplined.